I just made more with reselling in one day than I used to at my old corporate job working an entire week. I'm going to show you how I did that in this video. What's going on, guys? Eric here with Proactive Intuition, where I teach you how to make money outside of your traditional 9-to-5 job. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you all of the items that I bought and resold and how it made me more money in one day than my old job used to make me in an entire week. So let's switch it right over to my screen here. First off, I want to kind of answer how I get my inventory. A lot of people ask me this. I source my inventory really in 4 key ways. So I source my inventory through wholesale auctions. I utilize the ad posting strategy. If you watch some of my other videos, I explain how to do that. I also use the reach out method, which is another strategy I use to reach out to people and negotiate deals. And I also source occasionally from high-end neighborhood garage sales. That's really the 4 key ways. I have a couple other ways that I source inventory, but that's how I get over 90% of my inventory, is utilizing those 4 strategies. If you guys want to learn about those 4 strategies, check out some of my other videos on this channel or buy my reseller course. It's very inexpensive. I'll have that link below if you want to check it out. I go into detail on how I go about utilizing those different strategies to acquire inventory, like I'm going to show you in this video. So let's show you guys some of the inventory I picked up. So I'm going to be covering how much I paid for these items, as well as my total profit, because guys, a lot of people talk about sales and that's great, but none of it matters unless you're making a good profit on your items. So you have to take into account, how much am I paying for your item? What's your cost of your item? How much are you paying in shipping? And you have to keep in mind, fees can be very expensive. You're looking at about 13% in fees between eBay and PayPal on average. Just depends what you're selling, but that's usually the average. So I'm gonna break it down here. I have all these different things pulled up. The first thing I sold was this Streamlight TL tracker. It's basically a shotgun flashlight is what it is. And I actually source these. I get these from wholesale auctions. I buy them for about 60 bucks a piece, so it's pretty decent profit on them. But they're small, they're lightweight, super easy to ship. And let's go over to the next item here. I bought this in a huge CD lot. I utilized the reach out method to get this. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll have a video linked below for the reach out method that you guys can check out. It shows you step by step how I source inventory that way. But I bought a huge bulk lot of over 300 CDs, and this was one of the CDs that was actually in there and sold for $55 by itself. I spent like $30 or $35 for the entire lot of 300 CDs, so this was a very solid flip. Next item we have here is, this is an interesting one. I've actually never flipped this before. It was over 360 classic rock cassettes. And this was actually really valuable. I got this for free. And it cost me about 40 bucks to ship this through media mail, but $40 in expenses for a $300 sale. That's pretty solid. And I just got this by utilizing the reach out method, so definitely be sure to check out that reach out method video, because it's honestly, I probably make $500 to $1,000 every week or two just utilizing that one method. Next item I sold here was a Canon EOS M50. If you guys are not flipping DSLR cameras, I highly recommend it. DSLR cameras have made me a ton of profit. It's one of my favorite items to resell, alongside with phones and iPads and laptops and stuff like that. But this was a really good pickup. I paid $175, flipped it for $470. It only cost me about 12 or 13 bucks to ship. Next item here is video game consoles. I love to flip video game consoles. Paid 30 bucks for this, paid up a little bit for it. Still a solid flip though. Most of my flips that I do, I'm looking for at least a $50 or more profit. So just kind of keep that in mind. The bigger profits you make per item, it saves you a lot of time with how much you have to actually list. This is another item I sold. This was actually sitting in my inventory for a long time. I bought this in a huge pallet wholesale auction. I had a ton of these things. So this, I essentially have zero cost because I already made all my money back from, over a year ago from this pallet. So this is just it cost me probably like 10 bucks to ship, but just another little small profit item there. Next thing is is I sold Resident Evil 3 sealed in box. I get these wholesale. I pay up a little bit for them, but I source them in bulk. So I paid 20 bucks for this. It sold for $44.95. And the last thing here is an HP Envy. This is just an HP laptop. Sold for $200. I paid $70 for it. Now, something you need to keep in mind is, you know, it's great whenever you sell this much volume, but you have to keep in mind the fees and the shipping. That's very important. So I kind of crunched all the numbers here. I also sold a stereo receiver locally that day for $100 that I paid $5 for. So that was a solid pickup, but I'm not going to count that. I'm just going to count my eBay sales. So grand total of sales was $1,320. The total amount of my cost of goods, my shipping, and my fees, I kind of rounded everything together so you're not going to see cents, but it was $646, leaving me with a $674 profit, which is more than I made after my taxes at my old job. So I made about $1,200 bi-weekly at my old job living in the Midwest. That was actually pretty decent because I had benefits, had all that stuff. It was like a $40,000 to $50,000 a year salary job with commissions. So, you know, $674 for working one day. It's not the typical sales day. I try to average about $300 in profit a day. And, you know, I'm perfectly happy with that. But these bigger days, they definitely pan out and it makes it well worth it. But I wanted to share this video with you guys just to kind of inspire you guys or give you some motivation that you can make a lot of money with reselling. It's very doable. As long as you stick with it, you're consistent. You know, watch some of my other videos. I teach you the strategies on how I picked up this inventory so that you can find more efficient ways outside of going to the thrift stores and the yard sales and the estate sales and the, you know, the garage sales even. You know, I teach you alternative ways to pick up inventory so you can pick up more in bulk and you can spend more of your time flipping higher end items that you profit more on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed sharing this with you guys, and I was pretty excited to have, you know, a $1,300, $1,400 day in sales. I have one of those every couple, you know, probably every week or so I have at least one of those. But on average, I usually do about $250 to $300 in profit a day, which is perfectly fine for me to, you know, be able to provide for my family and keep my business going. So hope that helped you guys out. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and check out some of my other videos. Be sure to check out that reach out method because a lot of this inventory I got through the reach out method. You can check out that video. I'll have a link below in the description. With that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Keep crushing it with your sales. I'll see you next time. Take care.